Good morning, student. Welcome to the biology class. This video is the continuation videos of our transpiration topic. Previous video already we have studied about that, what is mean by transpiration. So as you know, student, what is mean by transpiration, you look at this picture. The water vapors come out from the leaves. These waters are come out from the leaves by the process of transpiration. Means you know, student, what is mean by transpiration. Transpiration means what? The process in which the loss of water in the form of water vapors from the aerial parts of the plant is called as transpiration. So you know what is mean by transpirations. Let us start our video. Let us move toward the today's topic. Transpiration means it is the, let us see the overview of transpiration. As you know, student, the plant have a root, stem, xylem, phloem, vascular bundle. You know, in the previous classes already we have studied about that, the parts of the plant, function of the plant, tissue of the plants. Okay, see student, this is the roots of the plant. The root are continuously absorb the waters and minerals from the soil and transport to the upward part of the plant like a leaf, branches through by the xylem tissue. You know, xylem is that one kind of the tissue which which is upward movement of the water molecule. Okay, on the leaf, during the daytime the water is continuously evaporated through by leaf. On the leaf you have studied, on the leaf have a small opening, it is called as a stomata, and the small opening continuously escape the water from atmosphere, from leaf to the atmosphere. This is called as the transpiration. Understood? What is the transpiration? Again I will explain. Transpiration is the loss of water in the form of water vapor from the aerial parts of the plant. It's called as a transpiration. In the last video also we have studied about that. There are three types of the transpiration: stomatal transpiration, cuticular transpiration, and lenticular transpiration. Stomatal transpiration means what? The water is through by the stomata. It's called as the stomatal transpiration. In the cuticle, you know, the outermost layer, it is the waxy layer of the leaves, is called as the cuticle. This cuticle, it is the main function of cuticle, student, to prevent the water evaporated, means that to prevent the water vapors by the process of evaporation. Got it? But sometime little bit waters are evaporated through by the cuticles. This is called as the cuticular transpiration. And lenticles means the small permanent opening which is present on the surface of stem. See, this is a small permanent opening on the surface of stem. This is called as the lenticle. And during the night time, when the stomata is closed, the water is evaporated through by the lenticles. This transpiration is called as the lenticular transpiration. In this video we have to study about that, the stomatal transpiration means we have seen the details mechanism of the stomatal transpiration. Let us see, student. Stomata is the plural and stoma is the singular. Stoma is the C. There have given the over structure of stomata. This is the section of leaf. This is the small section of leaf. The small opening on the surface of leaf is called as the stomata. The stomata is made from the two bean shaped guard cell. See, in the previous classes also we have studied about that, the stomata. In the stomata there is the small opening, small pores, it is called as the stomatal pore, and these pores is regulated by the two guard cell opening and closing. Got it? It contains some chloroplast. Chloroplast is an organelles which is present in only plant cell. It contains the chlorophyll pigment. In the photosynthesis topic, we will detail study about that, the chloroplast organelle. Okay, these two guard cells it contain the large vacuoles. It contain the cell sap. Got it? During the daytime, these stoma is remains open for the exchange of carbon dioxide, exchange of gases. You know, carbon dioxide is very important for the photosynthesis. So during the daytime, these stomata is remains open, and as well as the in the photosynthesis, you know that the plant take the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, as well as it is also exchange the means it is also whenever the guard cell, whenever the stomata take the carbon dioxide and throughout the oxygen, it is also loss, it is also pay some means it is also lost the water from the stomata. Got it? Means see student, and student, you understood what is the structure of stomata. Stomata, it is made from the two guard cell. It is the opening, it is called as the stomatal opening. It contains the large vacuoles, the so many chloroplast organelle which is present in the stomata, and due to the opening and closing of stomata, the plant is lost the water vapors through by the stomata. This is called as the stomatal transpiration. I told you student, out of 100%, 93% water is lost by the plant through by the stomata. Means out of 100%, only 2% are used by the process of photosynthesis, and 98% water is a loss by the plant through by the transpiration. See to the mechanism of stomatal transpiration. This is the cross section of the lip. Means see, this is a lip, and the lip is cut, and this is the small portion. It is the very microscopic view of the lip. See student, first of all I will explain the parts of the leaf. The outermost covering of the leaf is called as the cuticle. It is the shiny surface of the leaf. It is the waxy layer of the leaf. This cuticle is prevent the loss of water by the process of evaporation. It is the upper epidermis, and this is a lower epidermis. Upper epidermis is a shiny, and lower epidermis, the more stomata are present in the lower epidermis as compared to the upper epidermis. Understood? See student, there are very important parts of the leaf is the mesophyll cell. The mesophyll cell is contain the chloroplast organelles. Okay, means this is the cuticle. Below the cuticle, it is the upper epidermis. Below the upper epidermis, it is the mesophyll types of the cell. There are two types of the mesophyll cell: palisade mesophyll cell and spongy mesophyll cell. Palisade mesophyll cell, it is a cylinder-like shape. These cells are closely attached to each other. These cells are closely packed to each other. This cell is also contain the chloroplast organelles. Okay, and below the palisade cell, there is the spongy mesophyll cell. The spongy mesophyll cell, it is like that shape, and in between the spongy mesophyll cell, there is the intercellular space. Intercellular space means the space in between the cell. This is called as the intercellular space. Means the spongy mesophyll cells are closely packed to each other. But in the palisade mesophyll cell is closely packed to each other. But in the spongy mesophyll cell, there is so many large intercellular space are present. Got it student? This is the vascular bundle. You know, the vascular bundle is made from the xylem and phloem. See, this is the structure of leaf. This is the vein. main vein, then the lateral vein. These veins, it is the channel of the xylem and phloem, means that this tube-like structure is present in the vein, and these veins are transport the water to the parts of the leaf. Means, see student, the is xylem tissue bring the water from the soil and transport to the parts of the leaf. And see student, the imbibition, osmosis, means what is the process? In the process, the water is transferred from higher concentration to the lower concentration. Means, see, this is the xylem, some near mesophyll cells. By the imbibition, means the water is a transfer for atmospheric surface, the atmospheric extension. Means, see, again I will, the xylem tissue are brought the water from the soil and transport to the leaf surface. There is the so many cells. The water is a transfer by the process of osmosis. Osmosis means, in the previous classes you have studied, osmosis means the water is a transfer, means the one kind of the cell, it is near to the xylem. There is the large vacuoles are present. In the vacuoles there is the large amount of water. Another cell near to the cell, there is the small amount of water. By the process of osmosis, the water is transferred from higher concentration to the lower concentration, means the movement of water molecule from higher concentration to the lower concentration. In that way, the water is transferred from all the cells, and finally the water vapors are transferred to the atmosphere, means the intercellular space. This part is called as the stomatal. This part is the substomata. See, this is the stomata. These are the, this is the lower surface. The large amount of stomata is present on the lower surface. See, there is the stomata. Near to the stomata, this space is called as the substomatal space. This part is called as the substomatal space. By the imbibition, by the osmosis, imbibition means the water is absorbed by the surface tension. Finally, the water molecule is a transfer. It is reaches to the substomatal space, and by the process of diffusion, diffusion, by the process in which the movement of any molecule, instead it is a gas, liquid, vapors, are transferred from the higher concentration to the lower concentration, means the finally water is reached to the substomatal space, and by the process of diffusion, the water is a transfer from substomatal space to the atmosphere through by the stomata. This is called as the stomatal transpiration. Understood student? What is the mechanism of the stomatal transpiration? In the process, water is a transferred from aerial parts of the plant. Understood student? What is the mechanism? In the one experiment is given in our textbook student, means this experiment is prove that the large number of stomata is present on the lower surface of leaf. I will shortly explain the experiment. You will take the piece of the dry cobalt chloride paper, and we attach to the, means one paper is attached to the upper surface of leaf and another paper is attached to the lower surface of leaf, and the leaf should be remains attached to the plant, because the leaf is attached to the plant, so water is a transfer from vein to the leaf. After a few times, whenever we are attached the, means the leaf, the cobalt paper we attach to the upper surface of the leaf, it remains blue, and the cobalt paper we attach to the lower surface of leaf is turned to the pink. It is proved that the large number of stomata is present in the lower surface, so due to the water vapors, the blue cobalt chloride paper turn to the pink. Understood? By this experiment, we can prove that the large number of stomata are present in the lower surface of lip. Understood, student? What is the mechanism of the stomatal transpiration? Means the 98%, 93% of water is lost by the stomata. Means the stomata is open during only daytime, and while in the night time the stomata is closed, the water evaporated through by the cuticles and lenticles. Cuticles, it is the outermost layer, it is the outermost covering of the leaf, and this is the waxy layer. The water lost through by the cuticle is known as the cuticular transpiration. Got it? And the lenticle transpiration, I told you, lenticle, it is the permanent opening which is present on the leaf, and during the night time, whenever the stomata is closed, the water is lost through by the lenticle. This is called as the lenticular transpiration. Understood, student? What is the mechanism of stomatal transpiration? What is the lenticular transpiration? What is the cuticular transpiration? Understood, student? In the next video, I will explain about that the factors, external and internal factors, which is the affect the rate of transpiration. Thank you, student.